Would I be the AE hole if I called CPS on my wife's sister for her child? I'm keeping this anonymous for obvious reasons. TW for talks of possible child abuse. My wife and I are both late 20s, married for 5 years. We are happily married and no children yet due to some fertility issues we are dealing with. My wife's sister is 20 years old and has a 3-year-old daughter with her on again off again BF. The guy seems like a POS, but what do I know? My wife really loves her sister and the kid, who we babysit probably 1 to 3 days a week every week. My wife was very happy to babysit because she loves kid. I was happy to do what made her happy. This has been going on for about 6 months. In this time I become very concerned. The 3-year-old, while a very sweet kid, displays some concerning behavior. First of all, she is obsessively clingy towards my wife and very fearful towards me. The kid will literally be on my wife's hip for 4 to 6 hours a day and cry when she is let down. She avoids eye contact with me or essentially any male stranger. She also wets the bed every night and sometimes 2 or 3 times. Sometimes she will lay in it all night and sometimes she will wake my wife up. She also has nightmares and will often come to sleep with my wife but be timid when she sees I am also there. Most of the time she ends up sleeping by my wife's feet. She has issues about using the restroom too, even though she is potty trained. She will wait hours and hours before going and this results in a lot of infections that she is very often treated for. She also is picky surrounding food and what she will eat and often says her throat hurts. This is even with food she previously liked and has eaten before. She also is destructive to her toys. She will draw all over the faces of her dolls and cut their hair off. When my wife asks her why, she just cries. She only has one single stuffed cat that she keeps safe, the other toys are destroyed. The worst and most telling part to me is when her mother comes to pick her up, wife's sister, she will screech and cry and kick and hit and shriek and fight them. They chalk it up to just her love towards my wife and reluctance to leave, but it seems more than that to me. I almost never see her dad, but I know in the last year he has moved back in with them. I do not know what is going on for sure. I am sure you see what I am thinking. When I suggested it to my wife, she was extremely upset and offended that I would accuse her sister of that, or concealing that. She refused to even consider it, but I could tell she was thinking about it. I am not accusing her sister of perpetuating it or concealing it, but rather she might not even know. Anyways, it is clear that my wife isn't going to do anything about it though. And I truly don't know what to do, other than call CPS and explain the situation. Would I be the AE hole if I did?